Hey, this is Gradigi, and what you see before you is the evils of Hammer of Thor, well, two of them, my favorite from the set, uh, and their minions, being Surtur, being the leader, Fire Demon, being the minion, Ulick, being the leader, and Rock Troll, being the minion. Now they kind of released a new dynamic for the game with a special power called Minion. Um, they have it, and the Asgardian warriors and Valkyries also have it. Basically, it just gives them an extra ability whenever they are in within 8 spaces of their leader. For these guys, for the Rock Troll and the Fire Demon, it's a little bit more specific. Fire Demons have to be within 8 spaces of Surtur, and Rock Trolls have to be within 8 spaces of Ulick. Uh, and whenever I do the other reviews for the Valkyrie and Asgardian Warriors, I'll tell you who they need to be within 8 spaces of. Ooh, cliffhanger. Uh, but let's just go over Surtur and his Fire Demon first. We'll go over Surtur since he's got more to talk about. Uh, Giant figure, unique, indomitable. 153 points, no range. I should count the automatic 2 that they get. He's a full dial for 153 points. He's a pretty good bargain, really. You can see there, you can pretty well see his stats. That's charge, blades, claws, toughness, shape change, and then quake and impervious, invuln, and then that white box you're seeing is he can sacrifice someone with the monster and Asgardian keyword. I believe it's monster and Asgardian. And you can up his damage by 1 for everything you sacrifice towards that power. And he gets poison. And at the end, he's actually, he has what they've introduced. No, actually, he's not a horseshoe. He just keeps going up. So that's pretty mean. You got to watch out for him on this last click, and since he's got a full dial, he'll keep people tangled up pretty good. Thanks to giant rules. He does get phase teleport, so it's easier for him to get out if he does get gangbanged. Probably shouldn't say that, but oh well. Like I said, indomitable, so you can keep on pushing the pain. The only thing I don't like about him is I really don't like Blades Claws with the natural 3 damage. Seems like too big of a gamble for me. I usually don't use it unless they're only pushing 2 damage. Or 1, which would be awesome. Fire Demon, not a whole lot to talk about. Got Willpower, Blades Claws, and then the white box on his damage is that whenever he is within 8 spaces of Surtur, he gets charge and a +1 attack. So that can actually be a really big help since, he's only 33 points, and what I used him for was just a little bit of a carry. They only have 6 natural movements, so whenever you're carrying, they're down to 4, which kind of sucks, but take what you can get. That's about it on them. Ulick and Rock Troll. A lot of people have complained because this red pile looks absolutely nothing like this. Now, you're probably wondering why. If you haven't read any comics, you're probably wondering why that's a big deal. They're both rock trolls. This is a rock troll. This is a rock troll. Why is he red? Why is he brown? Nobody knows. It's a mystery. Thank you, WizKids. Anyway, if you don't know, the biggest thing about this character is that is his defensive power. All damage is reduced to 1. It can't be countered or ignored, so it can't be outwitted in any way. It can't be outwitted, negated. But what some people are arguing about, and I just haven't got an official ruling on it, but when I do, I shall post it in the sidebar. Uh, Psychic Blast and Exploit Weakness, ignoring uh, his defensive ability. I say ignoring, but what I really mean is penetrating, because ignoring would, of course, mean that it can't do that. So, whenever I find out what the ruling on that is, I'll get it to you guys as soon as possible. And then there's his dial. He pushes pretty mean numbers the whole way through. He's only six clicks deep, and then he dies. But I mean, if the exploit weakness and psychic blast doesn't stick, and it doesn't penetrate that, then that's 6 clicks they have to push through. That means that he can go up against the Thor and Loki from this set and sit there for 6 rounds while Thor and Loki do nothing about it. And he's not gonna. He could probably easily, in a hand-to-hand, take out just about anyone if the exploit weakness psychic blast rule doesn't stick. And then the white box on his attack is super strength and quake, which is pretty nice. Has that as full dial. There's not a whole lot to talk about with that guy, really. No range. He's got a nice charge. He's got charge with 10 movement. His attack does go up to 12 on his second one. And then we have his minion, Rock Troll. Really, absolutely nothing to talk about with this guy. Besides, he makes excellent mastermind fodder. 45 points. He's actually 1 click deeper than his master, but he doesn't have that awesome ability. Got pretty steady attack values, really, for a generic. And I really like this. The Rock Trolls. Some people don't, because they don't have any damage reducing powers, but I don't see that as a problem. That just means you need more Rock Trolls. Anyway, his minion power is the same thing as the Fire Demon. If he's within 8 spaces of Uruk, he gets to use charge and increase his attack value by 1. So all those 10s are 11s, 9s are 10s, 8s are 9s, and 7 is an 8. And that is just phenomenal for a 45-point figure. And even if you're not using him with Ulik, 7 clicks for 45 points sounds like good mastermind fodder to me. And there's, plenty of good masterminders out there that love their fodder. So, there you have it. Just a couple of the leaders and your minions. Next week I'll probably do the Asgardian Warriors and Valkyries with the 2 people I always team them up with. And I guess you'll just have to watch to figure out who that is. Go get them.